Welcome back to Leadership Endeavour. Today's focus is foundational to every relationship, every team dynamic, and every leadership moment. Communicating with empathy and clarity. Empathy without clarity leads to confusion. Clarity without empathy feels cold. Great leaders communicate with both, and that combination builds trust faster than anything else. In this session, we're going to break down what empathy plus clarity looks like in action, why it matters, the research behind it, and how you can practice it this week. Communication is where leadership becomes real. Every message you deliver, whether it's encouragement, feedback, direction, or a tough conversation, carries emotional weight. Empathy ensures people feel understood, and clarity ensures they feel guided. When you communicate with empathy and clarity, misunderstandings drop, trust rises, and people are more willing to follow your direction. Without empathy, people may hear your words but miss your intent. Without clarity, they may feel supported but unsure what to do next. The best leaders never make people choose between the two. They offer both consistently. Let's break empathy plus clarity into 3 actionable components to help you use them in real conversations. 1. Listen to understand. Most leaders listen to respond. Great leaders listen to understand. This means being present, asking clarifying questions, and paying attention to tone, emotion, and what's not being said. 2. Validate the emotion. Validation does not mean agreement. It simply communicates. I hear you. I see what you're feeling. Your emotion makes sense. People relax when they feel seen. Once they're calm, they can hear your guidance more clearly. 3. Communicate with simplicity. Once you've understood and validated, shift to clarity. This means stating expectations, direction, or next steps in simple, specific language. People can only act on what they understand. Empathy opens the heart. Clarity focuses the mind. Together they create communication people trust. Research consistently shows that empathy and clarity are not soft skills, they are performance drivers. Harvard Business Review found that empathetic communication increases collaboration by 33%. Gallup reports that employees who feel heard are 4.6 times more likely to feel empowered to do their best work. Deloitte found that clear communication during change reduces resistance by 29%. McKinsey shows that teams with emotionally intelligent leaders outperform others by up to 30%. Empathy builds connection. Clarity builds direction. When you combine them, you create alignment. And alignment is where performance comes from. So how do you communicate with empathy and clarity in a way that becomes part of your daily leadership style? Here are a few simple practices you can start this week. Use curiosity questions. Ask, help me understand what's most important to you here. Curiosity builds empathy. Name what you're hearing. Say things like, it sounds like you're feeling frustrated. Or, I can see this matters to you. This validates the emotion. State expectations in plain language. Avoid long explanations. Use short, simple sentences. Pause after giving direction. Ask, what questions come up for you? Clarity often comes from the conversation after the message. Check for alignment, not agreement. Ask, what does success look like from your perspective? This ensures both sides are communicating the same destination. Small shifts like these can dramatically reduce misunderstandings and build deeper trust. This week's challenge is all about applying the E.C.C framework, empathize, clarify, and communicate in real conversations. Your action is to use the E.C.C framework in at least 3 conversations this week. These can be coaching conversations, quick check-ins, problem-solving discussions, or even tough moments where clarity really matters. Focus on leading with empathy, asking curious questions, and then communicating next steps simply and directly. Your measure is to write down the 3 moments when you use the framework and reflect on what changed. Did the conversation feel smoother? Did the other person seem more understood? Did you find alignment faster? Did clarity come more easily because you started with empathy? Your goal is straightforward. Aim for fewer misunderstandings and more confident next steps. When you pair empathy with clarity, conversations become shorter, smoother, and more effective. And this week is your chance to experience that in real time. As you move through the week, reflect on these questions. Do people feel heard when they talk to me? Am I listening to respond or listening to understand? Do I validate emotions before I communicate direction? How can I simplify my messages to increase clarity? Where can I add more empathy without sacrificing expectations? Your answers reveal your next step as a communicator. Every week, you're taking small, intentional steps towards stronger leadership. Perspective taking helps you connect with people's stories, not just their statements. Remember, leadership isn't a destination, it's a daily decision. Each time you practice empathy, curiosity, and connection, you build the kind of leadership people want to follow. So commit to the journey. Comment, share, and subscribe to help others lead with purpose and direction. One week, one leader, one challenge at a time. That's how transformation begins.